Thank you for clicking on this video. Today is the first day of my 51-day Bible challenge, specifically for the book of Sirach. I so love this Bible book because I have actually learned a lot from it. So I'll be reviewing this Bible over the next 50 days. So I'd like you to visit my page once in a while and see what I found in this Bible book for the day. So for today, I'm doing the day 1 and I'm doing chapter 1. So it's one chapter every day for the next 51 days or 50 days because today is gone really. So if you have your Bible, please take time to read this book with me. The book of Sirach, I understand it's not in every Bible, but I'm using the Good News Bible. So it's actually in my Bible and I think it's popular. So if many of us have the Good News Bible, you can, try to find this Bible book and read through it. So today I'm talking about chapter 1. So when I read a chapter, I will take what is in the chapter that's my highlights for the day, right? Like I can't review the whole chapter by chapter, but at least I can take the chapter that cuts it for me, that sends a message to me directly that we can apply to personal leadership per se. So let's read. My review says this for the first day, that all wisdom comes from God and that He created wisdom. To some of us, He gave like a good measure, but some He poured it out on them. And then who are those who the Lord pours out this wisdom? It says He pours it out on those who love Him. If we read further, it will explain that loving God means obeying His words, His commandments. So when we love Him, it shows that we have the fear of God in us, and it shows that we love God. So to know God, you have to study about God, research about God, and there's no better place to learn about God than the Bible. That is why it's good for us to take our time to study the Bible and then try to apply what we have picked up, in our everyday life. For chapter 1, my highlight is actually verse 22 to 24, where it says there is no excuse for unjustified anger. Keep quiet. If you read further, it says keep quiet until the right time to speak. Now, unjustified anger. This means that sometimes anger can actually be justified. Unjustified. Not everything warrants anger. Sometimes somebody can do something to you and the best response could be to just look at the person and walk away. People hurt us, people annoy us, people make you angry, not because they hate you, not because they have an issue with you, but because they have an issue with themselves. There's something missing in them they don't understand, and it's very easy for people to take out their anger, their aggression on some other person. So sometimes somebody gets mad at you, somebody tries to drive you nuts. The best response might be to just walk away. You don't get angry and start quarreling with somebody that is low, because at that point you'll be going lower to join that person at that point. What will now be the difference between you and the person? However, sometimes it then means that some anger could be justified. But if you go to Ephesians 4:26-27, it says, in your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you're still angry. Do not give devil a foothold. Like someone can actually make you genuinely angry in your place of work, in your marriage, be a friend, and you can actually tell the person, yes, you got me angry. I don't like what you did. Don't do this to me again. You'll be angry. It will hurt you. Disappointment, betrayal. But try to find a reason to forgive the person as soon as possible so that you can be free of that burden, so that you can move into the next day with a better mindset, with a clear head. Forgive that person's mistakes. The right response might not be anger. It might be something you need to change, because sometimes people treat us certain ways due to what we have allowed, we have let on. So being angry might not be the best solution. The best solution might be to just study the situation. What went wrong? Did I do anything to make this happen to me? And then after that study, you make a decision to correct certain things in your life. Even if you didn't do anything to the person, the Bible still says, don't let the sun go down on your anger. You understand? Now it says, in your anger, do not sin. Sometimes we're angry. People annoy us. Instead of us to just say, I don't like what you did, you need to stop this, we will start trying to get back at the person by saying very, very evil words, by revealing the person's secrets, weaknesses, by trying to hurt the person, get back at the person, set up the person for a downfall. Just, in that moment of anger, you're so hot. You will call the person's colleagues and tell them something bad, call the person's boss, tell the person's husband, set the person up here and there just to pay back. That is not of God. That is very, very dangerous. Even as a business person, I tell people during my training that sometimes a bad customer might offend you, might do something so bad to your business. Don't just, because that person will go around, and after seeing that you were really good, that same customer will come back to be a good customer to you. Even if she's not a good customer, he's not a good customer. At least once he pays you, you're getting the money you came out to make. So that's why they say no permanent enemy, only permanent interest. That same thing applies. You don't in your anger, don't fight and commit so much sin. Don't create so much barrier. Don't cause so much damage that even when you have forgiven, it will be so difficult to take back all you have said and all you have done. Many times you see husband and wife quarrel, and because of the things they said while they were angry, even though they get past that day, they live with injuries because words will keep replaying in your mind. This is what he has been thinking about me. So this is what. Sometimes you take your brother, your sister, your husband out to a third party, and even when you have made peace, you cannot go back to all of them and say, I want to unsay all I've said. I want to undo. So in your anger, please try not to sin. Try to contain yourself. All right? But let's be naughty here. Sometimes when people can push you to the walls, you sit down and plan anger. Like I've done it before. I had a customer that would come into my office from the gate man. She will embarrass the security, the drivers, insult everybody, my staff. So when they see her, they will start running. Like I begged her, I said, when you come to the office, stop cursing and saying, don't abuse my staff. If you have any genuine issue, let us treat it. But it's like she started enjoying it because of this thing we say customer is always right. So when she shouts, we will beg. Even when they are wrong, I'll tell them to apologize. I too will be begging, apologizing. The woman took it so far that one day I told myself that if this woman comes into this office to cause a scene again, I'm going to give her a taste of her madness. So unfortunately for her, on a certain Monday I was in the office. She didn't know I was around, so she came and picked on my staff. She had actually caused a lot of my staff to resign because every time she was trying to set them up like they did this, they did that, So some people will not want to take on that heat. They will say, oh, let me find peace. So my dear, that day she came to cause trouble at my office and I took it out. I picked up, I asked her to drama for her, like, this has to stop, pretended as if I was so crazy too. The lady picked up her bag and left my office. Until date, she's still a customer, but she has never ever raised her voice again in the premises. I think that anger was justified, but I let it go there because the next day when you see her, you still greet her, you still, deep in my mind, I know I don't have any grudge against her. I've understood her kind of person, but I needed her to know that you can't keep pushing people, So sometimes anger can be justified, but however, justified or unjustified, don't let it stay a day over. So thank you for today. I'm going to do a little write-up about what I've said today. So tomorrow. Now, do you have cases where you've had justified and unjustified anger? Has anger really damaged anything in your life and you'd like anybody to learn about it? Do you have anger control measures you would like to share? Please go ahead and type it in the comment section so that people can read following this video and then they will learn. Thank you so much. I'm sorry this was so long. Henceforth, I'll try to keep our videos, to Short, short, short. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. See you later tomorrow. Bye.